so there's a character she has a lot of long-term experience with. And in this matchup, the question is going to be, how does Toon Link, a character that you actually used to see in CQC, keep out Wario? Because he's one of the characters in the game who can, with that air acceleration, and just pressure you down in the aerial space, and Toon Link being so floaty, it can get very hairy very fast.
True. Or, I thought we were going to see a death there for Spoopy. But I mean, Toon Link has some very, very good tilt, so I think we're going to probably be seeing a lot of that if things go right for Spoopy, because it does look like he's actually getting zoned out by Fawn. But, I don't know, we'll see.
And I'm not sure, like, it's just, it's not even that Fawn's been establishing a zone of control, we say, as Spoopy manages to find the reversal and close out the first stock. Fawn, though, looking for the edge guard and going to lock it down. It's really just been that Fawn has smothered, right?
Yeah.
Spoopy, and just, it's been less zoning and more suffocating and not giving Spoopy the space to really get anything started. When Spoopy is able to get that teeniest of breathers and is able to find the room to swing that door, that's really where his success has been.
Yeah, the advantage is strong here. I think that's really it, because, you know, they have good close quarter stats. I do think that in the range game, Spoopy wins a little bit, but ultimately this seems like a pretty even matchup. I don't know about you, but
I was gonna say it's a matchup we don't see very often for sure.
yeah.
So it's a little hard to know exactly how it is. I want to say that it's slightly Wario favored, just because when in doubt, right, WAP makes every matchup slightly Wario favored. But Spoopy is doing a really good job of showing us the tools Young Link has. As not here though, because it's gonna be the Fawn for trying to find the edge trap, but overextending could get punished, but instead he's gonna be able to keep the pressure going and reset to neutral.
Yeah, and I think also I just want to say, something we're going to be seeing a lot is the juggling. Like I've seen pretty much every single time that Spoopy's gone off stage, he's opted for the high option. And that's because Toon Link has really good landing options. He has the I-bomb, it's a Z-drop with the air dodge, his down air, and Fawn has just the up air to combat that, which is going to be pretty interesting to see how that plays out.
Interesting grab there from Spoopy that looked like a miss input on the pivot, which is rather unfortunate. It's gonna mean the stock goes in Fawn's favor, and a game that has been consistently Spoopy's lead, right? Now has Spoopy at a stock deficit with Waft online. One nair is all it could take, one falling up air to close out the game, and you're seeing Fawn already start to look for it, start to fish. Watch how this movement has shifted, right? She's playing so much more bait and punish, trying to get that one overextension to find that explosive combo.
Yeah, but it looks like Spoopy's playing that mid range really well here, as I said, as he gets grabbed. I think. Oh, that. Never mind.
What patch is it?
We're on 1.0.
I was gonna say I have not seen up tilt Waft in a hot minute.
Yeah, someone bring out the Pichu. Oh my god.
We just had one on stream.
Wait, was
Yeah.
it Kesserman?
No, Azov.
Oh my god.
Azov beat Messiah on stream. We had Pichu Palutena. Our matchups on stream in this block so far were Pichu Palutena, Terry Mega Man, and Toon Link Wario. This is peak ultimate. And we're just living in it.
Brooklyn's kind of hurt it actually.
That's what I'm saying.
Always in the
this
case.
venue? Y'all should come out next week if you're not here. What you doing?
Oh, that was a nice falling up air.
And 62% in the corner already. The Spoopy with a fast start to this game. I like the Zaire mix up there as well, right? Just a little bit of a poke tool with so little stage for Fawn to work with. You just create that extra pressure, but now Fawn able to find the reversal. And the question is, how good is Spoopy's defense, right?
Yeah, and we saw Fawn was able to get that, trying to get that juggle scenario started, but Spoopy's just able to completely ignore that, just floating out of the way. This is really Spoopy's game right now, completely occupying that ledge. Yeah, look at that. That is so clean.
I like the grab, but not gonna find too much more. Gonna get the second one though, and just like that, Spoopy able to kind of find a modicum of pressure on Fawn after that initial opening. Going to find these tilts you were talking about before and the aerials just bring you coast to coast. Fawn not able to get away when Spoopy has decided to go on the offensive, but it's been that defensive Spoopy that keeps giving Fawn these openings back into the game.
Yeah, and we're also seeing Spoopy really go hard on Fawn's shields right now. As we saw earlier, that forwarder just went completely above Spoopy. I think that pretty much invalidates most of Wario's options. Except maybe like up tilt, right?
Yeah, but
Oh
I
my.
mean, with any disjoint, what does Wario do, right? This
Yeah.
character has always been really good, but has really stubby hitboxes. And while Toon Link doesn't have the biggest disjoint in the world, it's still very much there. And
It's enough, yeah.
good spacing, right? Plus, this is one of the very few sword characters that actually has that floatiness and that air mobility to actually
Oh, is this a...
Wario.
Oh my...
And just like that, where do
Oh.
you go? What do you do? That was a 3-stock. That was
Nothing you can
69%. That was a nice.
69.6%.
That was a nice ass game from Spoopy, if
Wow.
I do say so myself.
Complete domination from Spoopy there. That entire game took place on the ledge too.
Yeah. I don't understand. Like, if you're Fawn here, how do you go duck in? Because you got hit by the double up tilt on shield, and at this point, watch. I just want to, like, look at this. So you up tilt, you got DI up and in, falls out, but gets caught jumping after the fact, and that's gonna be the game.
Oh, the duck hunt switch.
Yeah. And I was gonna say, I don't think we're seeing the Wario after that
Yeah.
one.
I think Fawn wanted to play out that air game earlier, but after getting that jump caught, it's just not worth it anymore.
And this is a really weird matchup because you would expect, right, that, oh, Spoopy's answer is just to outzone Fawn, right? And we're seeing that's what he's trying to do early on. But if you've been paying attention, you'll notice, can Gunman play pitchers all actually just stop Spoopy's projectiles
Yeah,
in their
Spoopy
tracks,
wall.
and look who's actually gaining the frame advantage. Look who's gaining stage control from those interactions in the long term. It's Fawn, right? She wants those owners to counter zone against her. Spoopy needs to find ways in here with that sword if he really wants to make things happen. But even then, he's got to be afraid of this frame one option.
That's true. I mean, the thing is with Toon Link is its tilt game is pretty good, but only at like a certain percent range. I think after around 70%, it stops really having its use. It doesn't kill. It doesn't really combo in anything. I mean, unless it's a pretty good counterplay against the Frisbee there.
It's all a question, right? Like, the other question is, how much experience does Spoopy have in the duck hunt matchup? Do you know what angles your moves are going to send can?
Nobody
Because-
has experience in the duck hunt matchup. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
I know I can name like 2 duck hunts, Rido and Fawn.
Ryder doesn't even play duck hunt anymore.
Really? Okay, I can
Ryder
name 1 duck
plays
hunt.
Banjo. And only play duck hunt because duck hunt looks kind of like Banjo. He said it in an interview. Fawn, Embo, big duck hunt fan. Butterdog.
Oh, I forgot about the big duck hunt thing. Yeah.
That's 4 off the top of my head. I'm missing a couple too. But enough about the duck hunt players that aren't on our screen. Because right now it's just the Fawn show. Oh, both players are still trying to find this first stock, and after Fawn's fast start, right, we are seeing Spoopy able to slowly whittle away that lead, right? Keep this one nice and even. And whoever takes the first stock with only almost 4.5 minutes left on the clock, whoever takes the first stock here is pretty well positioned to take the game, and that's gonna go Fawn's way.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be in disadvantage against a character like Duck Hunt. Especially against a player like Fawn.
Good DI there, though, from Spoopy off the down throw to avoid the can. Something a lot of players get trapped up by at this low percent before that becomes a true confirm. Fawn's position here is excellent. That can was a false threat. If you notice that last ping towards her, and she just held shield after that. But that can was going back towards her, and Spoopy didn't have to worry about it. He really just reached in front of Fawn's shield the way he thought it would.
When we're seeing the dominance in that air game switch over to Fawn, that was really one of the last things that Spoopy had. He really needs to get into box now.
Yeah, and his key in game one, slowly but surely, was bomb mixed with Zair. But now we're seeing Fawn more willing to throw those clay pigeons just outside of Toon Link's Zair range, and suddenly Scoopy's best mix-up just evaporated.
Yeah. I mean, even when we think about the mix-ups that like he still has, it's basically only Zair. And that can still convert into moves like up smash, back air, forward air. So I think that's a pretty slept-on option that Fawn needs to keep wary of.
There is one other thing. We'll see if it comes up again. That Fawn has been really sneaky in there. That's made a huge difference in this game for you so far. But we'll talk about it again. If it comes up more, we can talk about it after the game. But in the meantime, it's just Scoopy trying to like keep away for his dear life with this hand and not able to stay away, stay out of danger, or swinging desperately for his life. But even when he is, he's just not able to get that stage control.
Yeah, the stage control here is basically just being controlled by the gunman. Because whoever Fawn puts a gunman, she'll just stand behind it. And then that's where Spoopy has to go. And he's getting blocked by a wall.
You don't just stand behind it because it's a projectile. It also, right, its own space, but more importantly, it's a wall. And because of that, you get put in hit lag when you hit it, which is huge because there's been multiple opportunities. Fawn throws out a gunman, lets Spoopy hit it, and then punishes something that she wouldn't have been able to punish otherwise. And so you're seeing just this onslaught of horizontal pressure, sure, but beyond it, Spoopy's not even allowed to swing in those ranges, because if he does, suddenly he's getting punished for hitting something.
Yeah. I mean, even with the horizontal pressure, I do think Spoopy's fight is still fighting through pretty well. I mean, we do see that Toon Link has pretty solid ground speed, so good effort there.
I would like to see more raw F-tilt on Can, as silly as that sounds. It would force Fawn to keep Can with less extra things available, and just allow Spoopy to kind of slowly but surely at some of these longer ranges fight on in, just like there. If you're able to find a protocol on that Can, it just completely disrupts that much. But
yeah,
overall, I agree with you. Spoopy's done a fantastic job by finding the way in, just like at this moment, and now having the edge guard opportunity. This could be huge.
Oh, but this is the situation that Spoopy likes. Fawn's fighting back on stage, though.
Now, Spoopy just definitely trying to hold on to this game, but Fawn very content playing for her X Factor. And I don't know if Spoopy's noticed it yet. There's only 30 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, God.
Right? Like, Fawn is very content here with an extra stock in her back pocket, just playing for a timeout. You can see her, right? She's running coast to coast, trying to bait Spoopy, say, hey, if you want to swing into my Can, go for it. But I've actually got this game won already.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't
Spoopy
even matter.
having to pull the trigger, but even that is not going to do it. I think we're seeing this one go to time.
Yeah. Plus Spoopy gets really impatient.
10, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 1. Yeah.
Did we get the question?
Oh, that was
that a
not
timeout?
time. That was not time. It said game.
Well, but it said game. Oh, you're right. But that was after the one. Yeah, because that must have been pretty much in sync.
Yeah.
How many frames off? Chat, if any of you know, how many frames off was that from a timeout? Because that had to have been framed. Like, watch this. It's 2, 1. Like,
I said there was.
yeah.
Oh no, we saw the one disappear though.
We saw the one disappear. Like, that had to have been frames off from a timeout.
Yeah.
That's wild. And it's kind of... Someone frame count it and let us know.
Yeah.
Practical tasks, where are you at? I know you're melee, but help us out here.
Yeah, good to see Spoopy still taking control. You know, choosing how he goes out. Gotta respect it.
That being said, we've had some fantastic sets here, some fantastic moments all throughout, regardless of which character matchup we've had on screen. And I mean, we've had a couple of them here in just this game alone. where you had so many situations where we also had a lot of moments like that Fawn capitalized on, where Spoopy would get caught a couple frames too early throwing the boomerang, not be able to retoss it, and then